So I think to me, really the defining moment of the Raiders season so far, and I think probably the moment that epitomizes everything about the 2016-2017 campaign for this team, boils down to a moment I had in the third quarter where the Buffalo Bills were up 24-9. Now I realized at that moment something amazing had happened to me as a Raiders fan because 2 or 3 years ago, if the Raiders are playing the Bills and they were down 24-9, halfway through the third quarter, my thought would be, my God, how bad is the team going to lose? Are they going to lose 55-9? But when that happened in the game on Sunday, something else crossed my mind. And it's something I haven't experienced as a Raiders fan for like 15 years. And that is being the Raiders are down 24-9 through the midway point of the third quarter. And instead of, automatically thinking, oh my God, how bad are we going to lose? My initial thought was, I wonder how we're going to win this one. And that was the moment I realized this team has turned the corner because now, subconsciously, I don't expect the Raiders to lose. I expect them to win. And they did something they haven't done since 2000. They erased a 15-point deficit and scored 29 unanswered points en route to a 38-24 home win over the Bills. That's the magic of the 2016 season, folks. It's a team of destiny. I really have no other way to explain it. So, yeah, just kind of looking at the basic statistics here. Let me see what we got going on. I'm going to look at the website. I don't really know where to start. Okay, team stats. So anyway, the game ended with Oakland with about 399 yards, Buffalo 382. Time of possession pretty much dead even. The big difference, of course, first downs, 24 apiece, completely dead even. So the big takeaway, of course, were turnovers. Oakland had none, Buffalo had two. They had the strip sack by Mack, and more on him later, and they also had the interception in Nate Allen. So that was the big difference maker. But yeah, just in terms of overall stats, 260 yards passing for the Raiders, and remember those all came like in the fourth quarter, compared to 170 for the Bills. Rushing, that's kind of the big weakness for the Raiders we've seen so far this season as far as their defense is concerned. They just have a hard time stopping the rush. The Raiders ended with 139, and Buffalo Bills ended with 212. So yeah, the Raiders had a hard time stopping LaShawn McCoy. They actually had a hard time stopping that other guy, whose name escapes me. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'll look it up just to be efficient. Mike Gillisley, whatever you want to pronounce his name, he gave us trouble. He had 2 touchdowns on the day. Well, Latavius Murray, he responded. He put up 2 touchdowns of his own, even though they didn't have as many yards. But yeah, the big thing, of course, was the Raiders. They're down 24-9, and then they say, all right, let's start rallying back. 5-minute mark of the third quarter, you had a 3-yard pass to Michael Crabtree. Then you had Latavius Murray get the run going. Then you had the huge pass to Amari Cooper. He stretched out and got it. And the defense just crunk it up. I don't know what happened to the Buffalo Bills. Like, either they totally forgot how to play football. Like, is that one episode of Batman, the old cartoon, where the Scarecrow put, like, poison on the envelopes, made them afraid. Maybe they thought the Raiders were actually, like, monsters or something on the field and forgot, how to throw the ball. But that defense just collapsed. Well, defense and offense both collapsed, and the Raiders' defense just dominated. And, of course, you had Khalil Mack sacking everybody and getting up forced fumbles and just dominating and getting that big game-ending strip sack at the end. So, yeah, really saw the Raiders' offense and defense come alive really in the last 20 minutes of the game, which has kind of been part and parcel of what the Raiders have been doing all season long. They come back, and when they do, they come storming back. And we had another very, very entertaining cover-behind victory. Derek Carr, 19 for 35. Really one of his poorer showings overall, but he still got 260 yards and 2 touchdowns. Murray ran for 82 yards and got 2 scores. What else we got going on here? Crabtree and Cooper both got a touchdown apiece. So all in all, a very, very good showing. Like I said, it took the Raiders a long time to get the engine cranking, but once they did, they just dominated. So here's what we are now. The Raiders, they're 10-2. They're not just number 1 in the AFC West. They're number 1 in the AFC period. They're the tiebreaker over the Patriots. So the playoffs started today. They'd have home field advantage. Home field advantage, or even the first round bye, is very, very important because we got some tough games coming up. Most notably, the game against Kansas City on Thursday night. And this is a game that terrifies me. I feel a whole lot more confident, though, that the Raiders won this game against Buffalo. Because I thought that if they lost against Buffalo, they were for sure going to lose to Kansas City on 4 days' notice. And I still think the Chiefs have a very, very strong chance of going in there and winning the game Thursday night. I'm praying against it, but just looking at that defense, looking at what Alex Smith can do, his consistency, looking at what their running back crew can do, they're such a solid team all the way around that I think they could give the Raiders some trouble. Most certainly running the ball, but even in the deep pass, which the Raiders dominated all year on. So that concerns me. And after that, you got the game against San Diego, which should be a win for the Raiders, but San Diego, they're a hard team to put down. Rivers gets 300 yards a game no matter what, so that's not a gimme either. Game against the Colts, like I said, they're fighting for a playoff spot. That's not a gimme. And, of course, the final game against Denver. So we got 4 games on the docket, and they're all very losable games. The last thing I want is for the Raiders to get complacent. And my nightmare scenario is they go in there and they lose against the Chiefs, and that just kills the rest of the season, where they can't recover and get back to their winning ways, which I hope doesn't happen, but it's a possibility. Then again, the Raiders, they've been surprising everybody. They are a team that goes in there and they shock you and they thrill you. So they could march into Kansas City, and if they beat Kansas City in Kansas City on Thursday night, done. The AFC belongs to the Raiders. They got this thing in the bag. They'll probably get a first-round bye, and from there, we'll see what happens. But a whole lot is riding on this game on Thursday night. I've already got heart palpitations, and it's 4 days away. So, yeah, just going back to the Buffalo Bills-Raiders game, the Raiders did what the Raiders do in the year of our Lord 2016. They make furious comebacks. Their offense and defense comes alive in the last 20 minutes, and they put a lot of points on the board. We'll see how that plays against Kansas City. Hopefully, they'll be a little bit more consistent. Hopefully, they'll find a way to stop the run game against Kansas City, which has been their Achilles heel, like I said, all year round. That's the big problem. But the defense is getting better and better every week, and, of course, the offense is just awesome. So I'm going in this game Thursday night with reservations. The Raiders will do well, and just praying with all I can we get a W, because if we do, that's pretty much the season. And from there on out, it's all about what happens in January and maybe even February. Raider Nation, keep your fingers crossed and keep your eyes on the playing field. Good things are coming ahead of us.